right, welcome to Hannity. We have a busy news Friday night for you. Our expectations for Joe Biden, they're already extremely low, but through 14 months in office, he managed to even do worse than we predicted. Everything now is in crisis. It was all preventable, everything. Our schools, our cities, our borders, our safety, our security, our economy, war in Europe, America's abandoned in Afghanistan. By the way, we're keeping track. It's day 237 and 250 days since Joe Biden said he would not abandon them. Here at home, millions are struggling to fill their gas tanks, heat their homes, and put food on the table. But tonight, it's Joe Biden who's full of complaints. Today, whining that Republicans weren't nicer to his Supreme Court nominee, and he even accused them of verbal abuse. Take a look at this.
I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I knew the person I nominated would be put through a painful and difficult confirmation process. But I have to tell you, what Judge Jackson was put through was well beyond that. There was verbal abuse, the anger, the constant interruptions, the most vile, baseless assertions and accusations.
They pointed out a simple fact that she went easy in these child porn cases in terms of sentencing. That's all they did. Did they filibuster her nomination like Biden did to Judge Janice Rogers Brown because he didn't want Republicans to ultimately nominate an African-American woman to the U.S. Supreme Court? Did they assassinate her character like then Senator Biden did to Clarence Thomas in 1991? Justice Thomas referred to Joe Biden's smear campaign as a high-tech lynching. And did Republicans accuse Judge Jackson of gang rape without a single shred of evidence to support those claims? You might remember this, Joe.
Did you consume alcohol during your high school years?
So you're saying there's never been a case where you drank so much that you didn't remember what happened the night before or part of what happened?
In your yearbook, you talked about drinking and sexual exploits, did you not?
So you were not as sloppy drunk, and so your roommate was lying.
From my standpoint, as a black American, as far as I'm concerned, it is a high-tech lynching for uppity blacks who in any way deign to think for themselves, to do for themselves, to have different ideas. And it is a message that unless you kowtow to an old order, this is what will happen to you. You will be lynched, destroyed, caricatured by a committee of the U.S. Senate rather than hung from a tree.
And Joe Biden, you led that smear against Justice Thomas. And as far as I'm concerned, after trying to ruin the lives of both Kavanaugh and Justice Thomas, Democrats have no right to complain about the treatment of any nominee for any reason, especially Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, who waged a full-blown witch hunt against two reputable justices. But tonight, it's not totally clear that Biden even remembers what happened to either Clarence Thomas or Justice Kavanaugh, because we all know that Joe Biden is in a very steep cognitive decline. It is becoming more and more evident, more obvious, more transparent every single day. Here's today's Joe video of the day. Take a look.
My name's Joe Biden. Please sit down. I'm Jill's husband and Naomi Biden's grandfather. And folks, now yesterday, this is not only a sunny day, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. This is going to let so much sun shine on so many young women. After a meeting with Judge Jackson, Senator Duckworth introduced her to 11-year-old, is it Vivian? Vivian, I'm sorry, Vivian. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping, traveling with him. And that's we traveled 17,000 miles when I was vice president. I don't know that for a fact.
Not only are the American people watching this, President Xi's watching this, Putin's watching this, the mullahs in Iran are watching this, Kim Jong-un are watching this, the Taliban's watching this, the world's enemies are watching this. This administration is nothing but a dumpster fire. You have a president struggling with even speaking basic, simple tasks, putting sentences together. The Biden syndicate, by the way, also facing a possible indictment. The vice president, well, she's got her own embarrassing moments, and of course, the never-ending giggling at inappropriate times. Our economy is imploding. Food prices are soaring. Gas prices at record levels. Interest rates are now beginning to surge. A 40-year high in inflation. The Bank of America now warning of an imminent recession. Things, frankly, couldn't get any worse, but White House staffers, they're now openly complaining the media is not sufficiently touting their historic success. What success? Exactly what are you talking about? They take responsibility for nothing. 40-year high of inflation, record high gas prices, a disaster leaving the Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan, not being ready for war in Europe with Vladimir Putin. Energy prices that he caused because he artificially reduced the world supply. Remember, the White House blames Vladimir Putin for everything because of the war in Europe that happened under their watch. Yeah, Putin's a thug. He's a criminal. The acts he's committing and his troops are committing a pure evil. He only responds to strength. But sadly, Joe Biden is the weakest leader that I have seen in my lifetime. So now here we are, months into Vladimir Putin's hostile invasion of a sovereign country. And this week, the devastating scenes on the ground in Ukraine are really hard to watch if you have a conscience and you have a soul. Putin's brutality, evil, knows no bounds. And earlier today, Russian forces, they shelled a train station in Eastern Europe filled with innocent citizens, innocent civilians. They were just attempting to flee the war zone. And you got dozens and dozens that are now dead or seriously injured, including an untold number of dead kids. But Biden is still blocking Poland from what? Delivering fighter jets to Ukraine? Why? In fact, most of the lethal aid the U.S. is sending to Ukraine is happening in spite of Joe Biden, not because of Joe Biden. He doesn't even seem to care about what is exactly going on in Ukraine, and he doesn't really seem to care about anything that doesn't directly impact him or a member of his immediate family. Because according to a new poll, Americans no longer think Biden is likable, and by the way, for good reason. Joe Biden is a low-functioning, self-centered, corrupt career politician who, frankly, needed to retire 20 years ago. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.